Hey everybody, and good Monday evening. Welcome back to Weather for Weather Geeks. This is the Mahoning and Shenango Valley's most detailed, geeky weather forecast video. We have lots to get to. Today, I wanted to start out this evening's video with a little review of a little trip I took over the weekend. If you follow me on social media, chances are if you're watching this video, then you do. I posted some pictures from my trip over into Pennsylvania on Saturday. Went to Kinzua Bridge State Park in north central PA, almost actually close to the New York border. This is the site of what once was considered to be kind of the eighth wonder of the world, this very high railroad bridge across a gorge in McKean County, again, far northern PA. And on July 21st, 2003, an EF1 tornado rolled through this gorge and destroyed the bridge. Unfortunately, the bridge was right in the middle of a long-awaited renovation because it had been found to have some structural weaknesses, and it was time to really renovate it. And unfortunately, during that renovation process, the tornado took it out, and they decided to just leave the destruction as is. And they turned this into a real attraction to come see, and it makes for, of course, beautiful pictures. But it also is really cool that they left it as is so that people can see the destructive force of nature sometimes. This was, low-end tornado, probably 90 to 95 mile per hour winds, but it did this sort of damage to this bridge. And you'll notice, and a lot of people commented on this, how bare the trees are. The elevation on the ground here in this gorge is around 2,000 feet, and then at the top of when you're up on the bridge, you can walk out onto this bridge. They have a nice little spot you can go all the way out and get some nice pictures. That's 300 feet higher, so it's at like 2,300 feet. So this is high elevation, a high elevation area of northern PA. So the leaves definitely disappear sooner at those higher elevations than they do down in the lower elevations, especially in eastern parts of Ohio. All right, Saturday morning, our growing season officially came to an end. At the Youngstown Warren Airport, we got down to 31. Saturday morning. That means our growing season will end up around 156 days for this year. That's about 5 or 6 days below average. Reminder, the growing season is the number of days between the last 32 of the spring and the first one in the fall. Quite a bit shorter growing season this year compared to 185 last year. And again, we fell about almost 30 short of that this year, thanks to the unusually cool weather that we had in early May. While it was a hot summer, early May was actually quite chilly. We had some freezing temperatures into that first week of May. Boy, a gloomy day today. Clouds, damp weather, temperatures hardly moving. Kind of a fair trade, if you will. We had a beautiful afternoon on Saturday after that frosty start. And Monday today certainly felt and looked like a Monday. Radar data kind of taking its time filling in this evening, but you get the idea. Some late rain and drizzle is still around, but hey, at least it's liquid precipitation. There's been a little bit of snow in parts of the Midwest today, including some of the western suburbs of Chicago. A few wet snowflakes mixing with the rain. High-res FUTURECAST tonight shows, what you see is what you get. It's going to be kind of a gloomy, damp night with late rain and drizzle continuing off and on throughout the night. And as we head off to work and school Tuesday morning, it'll still be kind of the same. Now, while it will be a pretty overcast day on Tuesday, I don't think it's going to be as wet overall as today has been. There'll probably be a lull midday hours where it's just cloudy and uneventful. Chilly, but probably not much falling from the sky before a little light rain emerges towards the evening hours on Tuesday. Warm front then lifts on to the north, and while it will be still a pretty cloudy day Wednesday, it may even rain a little bit with a couple of showers a possibility. Temperatures will escape the 50s, get up well up into the 60s, and perhaps even close to 70 before Wednesday is through. And then, as a strong warm front lifts north on Thursday, boy, we have jacked up our forecast high temperatures for the end of the week. We're now talking mid-70s for Thursday and Friday, and both days are now looking dry. So these above-average temperatures at the end of the week, though, they're not long for this world, with much cooler air filtering down out of Canada Saturday and Sunday. And while it will be a big cool down, it's not going to be like straight into winter or anything like that. It'll just be a few degrees below average. Don't forget, those averages are falling rapidly at this time of the year. So we have a high of 52 in our forecast for Saturday and Sunday. That sounds pretty chilly, but that's only by this weekend. It's only a few degrees cooler than average, and temperatures will probably rebound some as early as Monday. Overall, though, the longer range we're not going to see much ridging in the longer range in the eastern U.S. Once this final little ridge gets booted east by an advancing trough middle of next week, I do think that a cooler pattern will settle in for the tail end of October. So the last probably 3, 4, 5 days of October leading up to Halloween are looking cooler than average. And you see that reflected here in the 8 to 14 day outlook put out by the Climate Prediction Center, showing elevated odds of a cooler than average period. 8 to 14 day outlook, with today being the 19th, that would take us from about the 27th through the first handful of days, almost up to Election Day, handful of days of November. Speaking of early November, we haven't pinned down an exact date yet for the winter forecast, but I will be doing my annual winter forecast at some point in early November, maybe a couple of days after Election Day, because it's hard to get much time for the weather and the newscasts right around Election Day. Once the election is over, I'll have a little more time to do the forecast on TV. But of course, I'll be doing a much longer version online, on my YouTube channel, on Facebook, et cetera, et cetera. We'll be talking about trends for frozen precipitation, precipitation overall. Of course, temperatures for the winter season. We'll break it down month by month. And of course, we'll compare what we expect this winter season to the last couple, which have been pretty tame winters across the area. We've had below average snowfall and much warmer than average temperatures now for a couple of winters in a row. And we'll see how this winter will compare. All right, that's it for tonight on Weather for Weather Geeks. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'll see you back here Tuesday evening, same time, same place.